Jimmy Kimmel will return to late-night television tonight.
He was suspended last week after his comments made in the wake of Charlie Kirk's murder. So here's a reminder of what he said.
Over the weekend, with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. Why is it possible that he's doing it intentionally so we could be mad about that instead of the Epstein list?
So let's discuss ABC's move with a PR crisis expert. This is Kelcey Kintner, and he's with Red Banyan. Thanks so much for joining us, Kelcey. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So first, let's just talk about the initial suspension. Obviously very controversial. Tell us your impressions. What are your thoughts about what happened here?
Well, it's clear that ABC certainly did cave to political pressure, but I will say from a crisis standpoint, there was no winning this one. I mean, the emotions are so high, the country is so divided, it's so emotional that unfortunately ABC ended up right in the middle of it, and there wasn't a lot of good answers for them at the time.
Yeah, and a lot of questions over just values in general. What is your thought about that and how Disney handled it all?
Well, it was tough. I mean, they got pressured to take him off, and now they've gotten pressured to put him back on. So I'm not sure there was ever any winning here. You know, critics are going to say that in the past Disney was an advocate for free speech and they pivoted here, but it's tough. ABC is going to be criticized no matter what they do. So from a crisis standpoint, they just want to get through this, get through the crisis and get this conversation in the rearview mirror and hopefully move on to entertainment, which is what they want to focus on.
Well, speaking of getting through, though, we're hearing that it has had a significant financial repercussion for the company. Can you talk a little bit about, how they may need to try to move forward if that's the case?
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. And that definitely played a part in getting Kimmel back on the air within a relatively short amount of time. I mean, people were canceling their subscriptions, but also more than that was the video that was coming out day after day after day. And there was just so much content to keep this story going with protests in front of Disneyland. I mean, that is the opposite of what ABC wants. Disney is a very American brand. So to be at the center of something that is literally dividing the nation is a terrible look for them. So they really, really wanted to get through this.
Anytime something so dramatic like this happens, I feel like we all need to take life lessons from it, right? What would that be?
This is a tough one because it's hard to know exactly what they could have done that would have avoided all this. I think in the future for ABC, it's about kind of taking a minute and seeing what they can do to find a middle ground without causing a huge PR story. In crisis, it's really, really important to be fast, but more than fast, you have to be really thoughtful. And with something that is so emotionally charged and people have very, very strong feelings, you really want to be very thoughtful in your response. And I think that in the future, Disney and ABC will hopefully do that a little bit better. Right now, they're just trying to do what they can to get through it, and change the conversation as quickly as possible.
All right. Kelcey Kintner with Red Banyan. Thanks so much for your insights on this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.